It's Sweet Tooth doing another video from my bed. Today I'm talking about choices and the things that we've made in the past and the things that we're going to do in the future. Does making choices in your life fill you with dread? Have you had some really bad experiences where it's made you think, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to make the right choice here. Am I going to be making the right choice? This is all part of course, an anxiety problems that I think all of us suffer from. So it's a subject I was just lying there and thinking about. I was thinking, right, it could be anything from making a decision to, I don't know, buy a new bed or something like that. And you think, oh, am I going to get the right mattress? Is it going to be too hard? Is it going to be too soft? Ooh, worry, 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 worry. You know what I mean? Because if you've made bad choices in the past, it can affect your future, and it does with me. Uh, and so what happens is you get stuck in a rut where you don't go, you don't sort of do anything now. You sort of you stick to that safe line where you don't want to take a risk, but because you've been burnt in the past, and you're in your safe zone, and that can that can affect you. So you think, right, well, it's a kind of the same thing happens when it's like human nature. You hear a noise downstairs, and rather than go and investigate, you stick your head under the duvet. Some people say like an ostrich sticking its head in under the sand, but in human nature, it is understandable to just go under the duvets like this, like, oh no, oh, panic, panic. Um, and it is part of who we are. But making choices can be a very it can fill you with anxiety. On one hand, if you make the wrong decision, it can send you into a real deep spiral of anxiety and depression. If you make the right decision, and yeah, great. But people that with anxiety are stuck in a rut where we've made choices in the past and we don't want. I think there's an old saying where we don't want the past to come back and haunt us. There's another one as well that I'm trying to think of. You 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 basically designed by the choices you make. You know what I mean? Um, But that decision making can get you into the stage where you don't want to go back, you don't want to go front. You're stuck on like an amber light in your life where you're sort of waiting to do something, like a choice, like you want to make a decision, but you know that choice could lead you to the sink, or or you could move on with your life, or it could be a better choice, it could be a worse choice. And what I'm trying to get at is trying, it's that having that confidence to make the right choices in life. And making choices, it doesn't matter whether you're getting up, it could be, oh, I don't know, I'm going to have pasta instead of chips. But am I going to make the right choice? I have this every single day. It's something silly like, what am I going to have for tea? And I'm like, or in America they call it dinner. Or lunch isn't so bad. What do you think? Dinner? Ooh, or shall I have a salad? Oh no, no, no! I'll do that. And I'm very much, shall I do this? Shall I do that? And I'm going backwards and forwards where I was worse than what I was now, especially with making confident about making decisions. Now I try to stick to one path and keep on it. I know I've touched on buying stuff, and you only buy stuff that you need, and that decision then is made for you. If your TV breaks down, or your bed collapses, or your kettle burns out, then that choice is made for you. So it kind of makes it easy. But if you're in that zone where you're thinking of replacing something, or maybe starting a friendship, or maybe, and you've got those doubts in your head, and you're not confident about making choices because you've had a lot of issues in the past, and you're anxious, and that can make you depressed. Um, you know, I'm kind of, my life at the moment is in the twilight. Well, not so twilight. It's I'm a bit of a. I'm not. I am stuck in a rut to a degree, and the choices I want to make are out of my hands right now with the solicitor, one thing, and then also my mother holds the checkbook, which I'm not even going to go down there. I've known women who have had to ask their husbands, or let's face it, it could be the other way around, and you want something, but you don't really want to ask. You know what I mean? And it makes you feel like you're scrounging, and you're not. You're just asking for a few quid for this, that, and the other, and oh, you know, I hate that. I hate that I'm having to go cap in hand, and that's to me mother. Because we're going to need quite a bit of money for this cottage. I mean, we'll take on a mortgage, but you know, oh man, it's kind of like I've said before. Unless someone's going to make the decision for you and say, "Hey, by the way, there's some money for you," what can you do? Every day is the same. Weeks are going by in my life. Nothing's changing. I mean, the one way it's like, well, I'm happy the way things are, and the other way you think, oh well, I could do with a little bit of a change. As I say, I am a supporting actor. Uh, the rules come up, but that's choices that I can make, and that's easy to make. Um, but choices in life are so difficult, aren't they? You know what I mean? Especially if you have had a bad experience in life where you want to try something. It's like somebody says, "Oh well, why don't you try something different from the?" It's like a dinner menu, isn't it? Why don't you try something different? And I don't know, say you've got a favorite menu. I don't know. It could be you've always had steak and chips. You've always steak and chips. You don't go away from steak and chips and a Diane sauce. And someone says, "Why don't you try a different sauce?" And yeah, but will it ruin my steak? Will it ruin my little protective bubble that I'm in? And that's the problem. When you're in this protective bubble, it's fine. No one can get you. You've got the gloves on, and you know the score. It's when you have to slightly get out of that bubble that can be really terrifying, especially when you've had anxiety. Some people handle it better than others. But again, that's the choice making. And choices can be very, very stressful and fill you with dread and anxiety. And I I can't really give advice. I've given advice before on my videos, and all I can say is that baby steps are the best way to deal with it. Um, if you're going to make a decision, and I find, have a plan. Know that if something happens, say I've got an aircon there, and if it goes, I've got an idea of what I'm going to replace it with. I think. Um, I'd like a built-in wall one, but I probably would get a mobile one because I can't put a proper air conditioner in here because of the fact that it's not my house. Um, Obviously, if the four walls, I own the four walls, then I would like just get a proper one installed. Absolutely worth every penny of 500-600 quid. Because I can't sleep without one. Anyway, that would be my choice, but I'd have a formulation in mind if something went wrong, and that's important. The cat's at the door. Oh God, I'll go get the cat. Oh, you'll love this. He's somewhere. There we go. Open the door for the cat. Yeah. So that is the plan, isn't it? To have that formulation in your mind if you need to if you've got to make that decision. That's, you know, because often our lives are on hold because of this, and it's awful feeling when you. Look at this. You big soft boy, aren't you? How can anyone not love a black cat? He's saying, get up, daddy." I know I'm going to get up now and get me breakfast. Isn't it awful? You know, what I've done with my life is I've basically, and I've listened to a lot of my subscribers' comments, and all you guys make total sense. And I enjoy all your feedback. I really do. And please keep your videos coming and your feedback. But what I've learned is that everyone is in their own little bubble, own little world, and the way YouTube is that we can get out of that slightly and express ourselves and it's nice. It's good to talk. Um, and whatever decisions that you guys make or thinking of making, why not drop a comment? Let me know how you feel. Is it going to terrify you making a little decision that you're not quite comfortable with, but you have to make? Can you cope with that decisions? Are you confident about your decisions, etc., etc.? Anyway, we'll let that go, guys. We're gonna get up because little man wants. I don't know what he wants. Probably some more breakfast, didn't you? Right, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye from the cat. Gives a meow meow. Gives a meow meow. Gives a meow. Oh, bye from the cat.